Hello and welcome to All Things Local STL TV, coming to you from the ever-impressive Outreach Studios here in Richmond Heights, Missouri. My name is Chris Lay, and I'm the founder and CEO of All Things Local STL, and I cannot wait to have you join us here each and every week as we bring you some amazing interviews with local business owners and operators of local nonprofit organizations throughout St. Louis City, St. Louis County, and St. Charles County. As this is our first episode, I thought I would share a little bit about what All Things Local STL is and why we are so passionate about helping strengthen our community by shopping and supporting local. First and foremost, All Things Local STL is an app that is free for you to download and features local businesses, local events, local news, local nonprofits, and even has a social element that allows you to connect with neighbors and friends, as well as a classified section for local sellers. It is designed to help you connect more with our community and help us stay strong together. The truly incredible thing about the app is that it can literally do all that the big out-of-town tech search apps can do and so much more. Not only can you find amazing local businesses that are close to you by proximity, you can also find discounts and specials in the app that will help you save while supporting local. We are also very aware that big social tech can sometimes be frustrating to both consumers and business owners alike when it comes to communication. That is why we have built in ways for your favorite businesses and organizations to communicate directly with you so that you never miss an opportunity of an important announcement because of some algorithm deciding what was important to you. Oh, and I should mention that unlike other tech, we won't sell your data or share it. Your privacy is important to us and we will protect it. All of this is available and waiting for you in the All Things Local STL app, a locally owned and operated business here to serve our greater St. Louis area. Our why is simple. We believe that together we can be stronger, together we can achieve more, together we can save local, because we believe that together is amazing. And if we all pull in the same direction, we can achieve amazing results for our local community. Please join us in what we call the local revolution and go to the website getlocalstl.com to download and register the app today. If you're a business or a nonprofit, you can see some of the incredible features that will help you be found fast and communicate with consumers in a whole new and efficient way. With all that said, I want to share with you about our two guests today. We are excited to have Rob Glessner, owner of Outreach Studios, as we discuss what the studio is and what Outreach can provide for their clients. Then we will also hear from Charlie Metzner, a local firefighter and the founder of the nonprofit St. Louis Hero Network, as he shares about the work they are doing in our community to help first responders and veteran business owners in our area. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for shopping and supporting local. Now, on with the show. Hi everybody, Chris here, and I'm excited to have this gentleman with me, and I figured it was only appropriate for our very first interview to interview the guy who, well, operates this amazing place, Outreach Studios. Welcome, Rob Glessner. Rob, thanks for being here, buddy.
Thanks, Chris.
So tell us a little bit about Rob.
Well, it's so odd being over here.
Yeah, you're on this side of the table.
I'm on this side of the table for
How
first
does that
time
feel?
ever. Weird. It feels really weird.
It is your first
years.
time?
It is. After 8 years.
Well, I'm honored to be the first one.
The first one who's ever asked to interview me.
What do you know? You guys missed out.
What about me? Well, I am happily married, 4 kids, heavily active in my church, but also the owner and operator of Outreach Studios and Vue17, the event space, and it is very, very busy. Like, we're just a busy time in my life, but everything's great, and that's kind of me in a nutshell.
Perfect. How did you become the owner of Outreach Studios?
Well, in 2013, I was brought here to stand up the studios, to build the studios, and hire a team and create a video department. It was for another company, and I did that, and all of the guys who are still with me here today were a part of that. And in 2020, the company went out of business. And
Right.
so I started my own company, and I picked up the pieces, and I'm so very lucky that my crew stuck with me. My guys are amazing, and we've just been growing since then, back up to what used to be a department of 8 in a much larger company. We're back up to 5 full-time employees, counting me. So we're growing, we're getting bigger, and that's not the usual path to business ownership, I guess, but it got there. That's how I got there.
Definitely a unique way to become a business owner, for sure. So with that being said, Outreach, this is just one part of what Outreach can do. Tell us a little bit more about the capabilities of your company.
Well, we do a lot. So more than most production houses, we have a ton of capabilities. It stems from the backgrounds of myself and my guys. Just a lot of us came from the TV truck world, working in sports, working in a lot of control rooms and TV trucks around the country. And what we had to do at the old company was we had to do a lot of different things. But I mean, capabilities are, we do obviously a ton of local and regional shows weekly here on this set. You've probably seen this set on several shows around Channel 30 and Channel 11 and things like that.
Yes.
Across the hall in Vue17, we have an amazing event space, super high-tech event space that is back up on the rise after COVID. We kind of took a big hit on that part of the business during COVID.
I can only imagine.
Not being able to hold events.
Right.
But we're back. We're the corporate stuff over there, corporate meetings like Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Wish we had a little more of. That hasn't come back as much, but the parties, the weddings, all that stuff has come back. So,
Good.
So that's doing good. We do a lot of stuff outside of the studios. We shoot a ton of commercials and marketing videos outside of the studios here. So we do even big TV truck broadcast type stuff. For a year, we coordinated all the production for a big wrestling show. So every couple of months, big 30-person crew, TV truck, somewhere different in the country. And we have a lot of clients spread out throughout the country. So we have to travel to go to their offices and shoot content for them. But yeah, we do a lot. We try to focus on corporate video as much as we can, but corporate video can mean a lot of things.
Sure,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, it branches out into a lot.
Well, I know one of the things that you're incredibly passionate about is working with the nonprofits, not only in our community, but outside of St. Louis as well. But tell us a little bit about what you do for those nonprofit organizations.
Well, that's part of the reason I picked the name, because we really wanted to be an outreach into the community as much as we could. So we work with people like the St. Louis Crisis Nursery, Mary Grove, Today and Tomorrow Education Foundation, St. Vincent's, Home for Children, the Holocaust Museum, many, many others. But what we provide for them is usually either their brand video, like you open their website and there's a play button and you play their video.
Right.
Or gala videos, like just anything to help get out their wallet. Like if someone watches it, it elicits an emotional response. People can't get out their wallet to give that nonprofit money fast enough.
Perfect.
That's what we've tried to focus on with them, and because we really do want to be an outreach in the community, generally speaking, we do them at least 25% off what our normal corporate rates are, and we do it as a donation to the facility. So,
excellent.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
You said something interesting. I asked you some questions prior to this, and you said something interesting about why you were passionate about outreach. Do you remember what you said?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'm passionate about a lot of things. I have super talented people here who I want to keep employed. I mean, I'm passionate about that. I'm passionate about supporting all the families here, and as much as possible, supporting the nonprofit community. But I don't know, is that what I said?
That is exactly
what
you
said
earlier. You know it. You know it. So, Rob, we've got a couple of minutes left. How can people learn more about Outreach Studios?
Well, you go to outreachstudios.com, take a look. You can give me a call, 314-249-6823. But you can also, there's info at outreachstudios.com, or same thing with Vue17. On the website, Vue17 has all the same has all the same info. But check us out on our website. Come on by. I mean, we give tours all the time. So we give tours constantly to people looking at the event space and looking at the studios and trying to figure out how we can help them. It might be a lot more economical to shoot things in our studio, your own marketing videos and things. I mean, we certainly can go take a huge crew out to you or a small crew out to you, but we shoot a lot of content in here that I think saves people a lot of money too. So, but yeah, just reach out and we'd love to have you over to take a look at the studios.
Perfect. All right, last question. What is something you absolutely love about the St. Louis area?
I love the Cardinals, even though it didn't end so well this year. I love the Blues. I love our sports scene, and that's where me and a lot of my guys came from. Like I worked for the Cardinals for a long time. I worked for the Blues for a really long time as a freelancer. I worked for the Cardinals, have a World Series ring, and a lot of my crew, everybody worked sports, and that's really the sports scene in St. Louis is what I love most about the city, I think. I mean, there's obviously, we have a great art scene here. We do. I mean, there's amazing things in St. Louis that you might not even think about, like all the museums and Jazz Museum and the redesign of the Arch Grounds and all of that stuff's beautiful.
Would you say maybe all things local?
There you go. Right. All things local.
Nice.
I just should bring it home.
That's objection leading the witness. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you stop by their website today for Outreach Studios. Check it out. But do come down and tour the studio. I think you'll be blown away. It's ever impressive. Rob's done an amazing job. He's got an amazing team. And we can't thank you enough for having us here at Outreach Studios. Thanks, Rob.
Hey, man. Anytime. Thanks.
All right, we'll be right back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Reach your audience with Outreach Studios. Studio 17 offers 1,000 square feet of customizable space that can accommodate roundtable discussions, podcasts, live stream content, and much more. For a different look, we offer Vue17. This one-of-a-kind event center is fully wired for broadcast and is perfect for corporate or commercial content. With Outreach Studios, the opportunities are endless. Elevate your message, your brand, and your expectations with Outreach Studios.
Welcome back, everybody. I am excited for this next segment. I'm going to be talking with Charlie Metzner. He is a firefighter and the founder of St. Louis Hero Network. Charlie, thanks for being here, buddy.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks
Good
for
to have
having
you.
me.
So, first and foremost, I have to thank you for your service.
Well, thank you for your support.
You've been in service to our community for how many years now?
So I've been a St. Louis City firefighter for over 16 years, but prior to that, I worked as an EMT. You have to put your time in. You had to do some of that grunt work.
Oh, yeah.
Working for private ambulances, volunteering at different fire departments. So a total of probably 17, 18 years of public service.
Excellent. I appreciate that. Now, I understand there's a little family legacy.
Absolutely. So my father, who raised me, he was a St. Louis City captain. Obviously, I looked up to him. He was my hero growing up.
Yeah.
My uncle, a St. Louis lieutenant, had a homicide, exact same name as me, so Charles Philip Metzner III. And, he was known as being a cop to the bone, a real man's man, real tough guy. They actually have a nickname for him. I can't even say it on TV. So. And then, other family members were in law enforcement as well. So the seed was planted very early in life of what I wanted to inspire to be.
Excellent.
So,
I love
and then my wife was a police officer and worked on city EMS, which is part of the fire department, 5 years each. So when at 18, she worked 5 years as an EMT, and then at 23, she worked 5 years as a St. Louis police officer.
Well, it's definitely in your blood.
Right. So, and our dads worked together. So
Oh,
my
no
father-in-law was a St. Louis City firefighter.
It's a small world, huh?
Right. We all grew up in South St. Louis. So.
St. Louis is a big, small town.
Right. Perfect.
Well, with that being said, you started something a few years back that's pretty amazing. What inspired you to start the St. Louis Hero Network?
Well, I was thinking about it for a couple of years. It's fun to look back, 7 years ago at your scratch paper. But I bounced off a bunch of ideas, and one of those things is firefighters and police officers often, because of the pay, often have to find supplemental work. Or they retire. You only can be it's a young man's job, so you can only be able to be a firefighter or police officer so long. Usually in your 50s. If you go past that, you're pushing it a little bit. So, you know, there are firefighters always doing things on their day off, and I'm like, well, why don't we create a network to help and support these families? So my vision back then was, how can we get the community to support our first responders and veterans who serve us?
Right.
And then, you know, at the same time, they give back, you know, to the community as well.
Right.
So.
Right. So what are some of the features of the website?
So I don't mean to compare it to anything out there, but the easiest way, in layman's terms, to describe the main mission of our nonprofit 501c3 is to compare it to like Home Advisor or Angie's List. They call it Angie now.
I think so. Yeah.
So it's like we have 185 businesses on there that are first responder and veteran owned locally. So you go on there, whether it's car sales, you know, handyman, anything you think of. Somebody asked me about Exterminator earlier today. So there's all kinds of businesses on there that basically use first responders or veterans. Right. But it's also a marketplace for first responders and veterans for employment. You can go on there and find jobs. For education and training, go on there and find ways to better improve yourself, better improve current job skills, and events. So we're different with the St. Louis Hero Network, where we promote anything first responder veterans. So if another nonprofit organization is trying to do things for first responders and veterans, we're all on board. We're going to promote them on our events section. We're going to raise money for them. I'm part of the Guns and Hoses committee. So every year we raise money for Guns and Hoses. St. Louis Hero Network does. We sell tickets. I got tickets with me. I mean, I carry them everywhere I go. So I'm constantly working to sell tickets. Being part of the Guns and Hoses family is very rewarding because everybody, again, like the St. Louis Hero Network, we're all volunteers. We're all first responders and veterans at the St. Louis Hero Network. So we have 6 people on our board, all active first responders and veterans.
I love it.
So we always go for first responders and veterans, by first responders and veterans. That's kind of one of our taglines.
You also have a little swag. I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but this is one of your challenge coins.
So that's one of our challenge coins. I said I went to our guy, one of our designers, and said, spare no expense. I want the best one you can come up with. And what's on that challenge coin is our other tagline, which is be a hero, hire a hero.
Hire a hero.
Right.
I love it.
So.
Well, you talked about Guns and Hoses. You have some other events that are coming up.
Right.
So Guns and Hoses is November 23rd.
Right, the night before Thanksgiving every single year. And 35th anniversary, by the way.
Excellent.
So this year's going to be it's special. I'll tell you a little bit about Guns and Hoses, and then we can go on. But it's we're going to honor every single person who has fought in Guns and Hoses up to this point.
Really?
So every person who's stepped in that ring since 1987 is getting VIP treatment.
I love that.
They're getting free tickets. They're really good tickets. They're getting all-inclusive tickets, and they're allowed to obviously to bring somebody. So that's kind of one of the themes for this year. Doors open at 5. Now for the last 2 years, it's on live television on Fox 2.
Fox 2.
It got nominated for an Emmy, actually.
No kidding. For
last year's viewing, and we were pretty excited. We're up and up. And last year we broke a record, $1 million in one night.
Awesome.
So when we were looking back 6-7 years ago, we were at 300 and something thousand. So that is what drives the Backstoppers, which benefits from Guns and Hoses, and the St. Louis Hero Network. We're a town that gets behind things it really believes in, and it makes me, feel great to be part of a community like that.
Excellent.
So,
well, I love what you've done with St. Louis Hero Network, and I love what you're doing with Guns and Hoses. In fact, we're teaming up a little bit, a little surprise for everybody. Right. For Guns and Hoses, Charlie is going to be giving away 2 front row tickets, along with 2 St. Louis Hero Network t-shirts to the lucky winner for that evening. So we're going to have a contest together for you. Stay tuned to our social media to find out how that's going to work, and please join us for that. I can't thank you enough for everything you do for our community, Charlie, for everything you do for our first responders and our veteran community. You truly are one of our St. Louis heroes.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back here in just a moment to wrap things up. Thanks for tuning in so far. Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Chris, your Shop Local guy. It's been my pleasure to be with you. Please join us in the Shop Local revolution by going to getlocalstl.com to download and register in the app today to find and support local businesses, local nonprofits, local events, and so much more. Thanks for being here, and remember, shop local. Bye, everybody.